Okay, it's time again for Real Truths Pop Culture Edition. Through my residency at Project 387, I'm going to come clean about all of the things I've lied about in terms of media, music, pop culture, all that stuff. I told these lies to gain approval. I'm going to start by apologizing to friends, foes, family members, teachers, whoever I've lied to. This lie was particularly to usually gain girls' approval, and it was more of a passive lie, more of a slight head nod of approval, or when somebody would say something like, "That's so Ricky," I would, like politely laugh. But in reality, I've never seen my so-called life. And I've lied about seeing my so-called life in lots of context. I really liked Claire Danes from the movie Romeo and Juliet when I was in junior high. And every time I would talk about that movie, subsequently, people would go, "Oh, and she was so great, my so-called life. Oh, my so-called life was the defining moment of something, something." And then like every liberal girl that I knew, liberal white girl, would be like, "It defined me." And it didn't define me, but I lied about it defining me a lot because I never saw the show. I also never grew up with like rich parents in the suburbs either, so I don't really understand how I would pretend to have identified with that. So anyway, I have watched it this week. I've seen 5 episodes, which, like, you gotta remember, these are 48-minute episodes, so that's like a significant amount of time, like, I think that's a good enough time of investment. Anyway, so my thoughts. How did so many girls think that Angela or Angela's plight was something that was of like difference? She literally was like every girl that I now know, and subsequently, like, were we all just like slightly living through Angela? Yeah, like, I like the Cranberries too. I like Rage Against the Machine too. Boys are mean. Bleh. Anyway, it's okay. I like Ricky a lot. He's like really sweet in the show. And like Jordan, he's hot, but like he's such a douche. It's also not super realistic to high school. Like, what high school like literally had like notes being passed around and you would open it up and someone would be like, "So and so's a slut." Like, maybe I was so uncool in high school that like I just never got these notes, but I don't think that like it wasn't very realistic to me. Also, some girl, she has so much angst and so much anger, but like her life is pretty perfect. Her friends seem like really great and supportive. Who knows? I'm only halfway through a season. Maybe it goes like really downhill from here for Angela, but it seems like she gets to still be like pretty attractive and like have like attractive flings and cool friends who act different. I don't know. Overall, the acting's really good in the show. Especially for a sitcom, I will give that my so-called life, everybody's really giving a stellar performance. Even Claire Danes, whose like main job is to look at the camera and be like, but yeah, I think I might finish the season out. I'm sorry for all the people that I've told that I've watched my so-called life and pretended that we had some type of kindred spirit to flannel because of the show. Yeah, that's it. Now I encourage you, tell your pop culture lies. I'm sure there's a show that you faked liking or something that you've agreed to that you didn't really care about, or something that you just bold-faced never seen. And this is your opportunity to let other people know. Sorry again about lying about my so-called life. I will see some of you. I won't see anybody. It's a live recording, but we can't see each other. You can only see me. On Monday, when I continue, on Mondays, I'm going to be pretty embarrassed, and I'm going to have some apologizing to do. I figured I would end this with like a soft blow of my so-called life. And until then, have a good day.